Hey. Okay, I don't know where I got this idea from, why I decided to do this, but I'm gonna be reacting to my own trailer analysis. I don't know why I haven't watched this in so long, like it was fucking 8 months ago, since I fucking made this trailer analysis. Still kind of insane how I got 7.7K views, and I even like did a revised quotations revised version of it, and that's at 1.2K. So I don't know. I kind of just wanted to go over my my trailer analysis and see what we know now, and just go back and look at it, because it's kind of weird in like retrospect or like hindsight to go back and see everything and see what we know now compared to what we knew when it first dropped. It's just how we thought it. God damn. So I might even go over like the revised version too. This one's 44 minutes, that one's 38. So I don't know if we even have time to go through both. But yeah, I just kind of want to go through this and just just see how cringe this shit is. But yeah, let's actually get into it. I even fuck up and like look, leave OBS showing in the beginning of the video. Hey, my boys, it's real. It's actually real. It actually happened. So fucking, but that's so bad. It's so cringe. Okay, let's actually start where I even like start the trailer, because this is just a Takahashi note and me geeking about Xenoblade, which y'all have heard plenty of times. But let's like actually get to the trailer analysis for the part y'all all been waiting for. Let's actually get into this and watch and analyze the Xenoblade 3 trailer. Let's go. Already, right off rip, we get to see this is one of our protagonists, one of the two protagonists. One of our protagonists. Why do I talk like that? This is Noah, and the other is Mio, which we will get to. You know, the funny thing is, too, about this trailer analysis, for whatever reason, I don't know. I fucked up the settings in OBS, so it didn't pick up any of the video audio. So I downloaded the video separately and kind of like put that in the background. Like I overlaid like the actual video I recorded, analyzing the trailer, and then I put like the actual trailer underneath it. And then every time I'd pause, I'd have to like go down to the second cut and then move the rest of it over until where I press play again. So that was absolutely, I can't even tell you how long it took just to do that, to just try to sync everything up, because I was too stupid to even make sure all the settings are right. This video took me hours, because I would like stop and play, like over and over again. So I'd have to take the time to like down to the millisecond line everything up with multiple different cuts, and sometimes I have tiny little pieces. It was terrible. It was terrible, but it was worth it, obviously, because like channel kind of popped off from that. But yeah, let's go. Later on in the video, this is Noah. This is his design. It's a nice simplistic design, which I like. The fit is nice in the hair. I like. Okay, so obviously we now know that this was just his Kavesi soldier outfit and not his actual design. I thought at first this was no, because that doesn't even make sense. Why would it be his actual design if we actually see his real design later on in the same trailer? I don't know. At the time, I was just hype about this shit, and my mind was everywhere. I like his hair a lot, but this is Noah. This is Noah, and he seems to be playing that motif that Takahashi was talking about for the flute. And the flute itself, it kind of reminds me of Torna. You see the design? Yes, bro. I swear, the flute, it still gives like this Torna-esque type of vibe. At least with like the circles and whatever. It still gives me this Torna vibe. Also, I say here in the video, no, I say it in the revised version, but it also kind of looks like Zanza's wings, which is, every time I see Noah's flow, it's like, oh, Zanza and Torna. On it, the gold design kind of looks like the gold logo or emblem of Torna. The title of Torna, the Golden Country. Nothing like it, looks by the way. That emblem. So I don't know if Torna will be implemented in Xenoblade 3 in any way. I don't see why it wouldn't be, considering I was just hopeful that Torna would somehow be represented in 3. And to everyone's surprise, Xenoblade 1 and 2 didn't really play as big of a role in 3 as we thought. Really, the only 1 and 2 things that got in, I guess, were returning areas and then Nia, Melly, and just the races from each game. That's really about it. And okay, I'm not gonna say that because that's kind of spoilers. Kinda, I don't know, but there's another character in there other than there's a returning Xenoblade 2 character, but I don't want to say who it is because spoilers. But I'm sure most of you have beat the game by now. But just for those couple who haven't, Xenoblade, at least Torna, is a very important part of Xenoblade 2's story. Which it is. So maybe we'll have some Torna stuff in here. Who knows? But, well, I mean, I guess we do have Torna stuff in here because Donok Desert. So, I mean, I guess there's that, but that's really the only thing there is about Torna in 3. Let's continue.
In order to live,
Hear the British voice actors
and living to fight.
Gave it away for a lot of people. That is the way of our world. We gave it away that this is a Xenoblade game, or at least started making me believe that this was a Xenoblade game, was this sword right here. This sword. Yes, brother, the fucking sword with like the blue outline. As soon as I saw that, I was like, wait, this could be Xenoblade. I still don't understand why, or like what connection I drew, or why I thought that was Xenoblade because of that. I don't know, maybe remind me of the ether lines from Blades from 2, or like the scales. I think that's the big reason. It reminded me of scales from Xenoblade X, because these kind of look like not the wings, but you know, the little jet engines, like the colorful neon blue jet engines like this on the back. So I think that's why I thought it was Xenoblade, because it reminded me of the scales. It's damn near the exact same blue color, and it's just the outline, just like the scales. So shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know. The blue glass acrylic outline, I'm not really sure what that is, but that reminds me of the purple lightning dream smasher that Zeke wields in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And if you give Pandoria certain core chips, it gives it that like bluish outline. I'm really not sure how to describe it, but even just the purple lightning dream smasher itself has that. And just this whole opening cinematic reminds me of the Battle of Sword Valley from Xenoblade 1. Yeah, so that's something else that also just made me think that this is a Xenoblade game, but that's not even the whole thing.
That's the way of our world. Ionios.
Right here. This face Metcon is what gave it away. I said, this is fucking... Yeah, see, I thought it was a Metcon at first, because look at it. Does it not look like a faced Metcon? It's got a face and the face of a Metcon, and it looks like a Metcon. So, I mean, Phroneses are Metcon, I guess, right? Have we gotten any confirmation about that? Has it been said anywhere that Phroneses are Metcon? Because at least the Kavesi Phroneses, obviously not the Agnes Phroneses, because Metcon weren't in 2. But shit, I mean, they look like Metcon, so I don't know. Xenoblade, there's no way. This is a Metcon. This is Xenoblade Xenoblade 3 is real, and it's right here, right now. I don't. This I can't. I'm so excited. I don't even know what to say. But before that, you may have heard him say Ionios, and Ionios is the world of Xenoblade 3, just like how Allrest was the world of Xenoblade 2, and Mira was the world of Xenoblade X. Ionios is the name of the world for Xenoblade 3. And in
True.
Xenoblade 3, there are two nations that are at war with each other. Two nations are Kevis and Agnes. And from a tweet from Nintendo about these two nations, one of them says, Kevis is a nation where mechanical technology was developed. Its forces are mainly composed of combat vehicles and small mobile weapons operated by people riding them. If they're clothed in black and have a mech style, then they're Kevis. So it seems that Skells possibly could make a return.
See, there it was. But I wanted Skells so bad because Ionios is pretty damn big, especially Cadencia. But we got a way to travel across Cadencia with Bravery. I think the name of the ship was called. But yeah, we already had the ship to like travel around Cadencia, but which I thought was a Skell. Later on in I think it was in this trailer, but later on we see a little clip of it. I thought like, oh shit, Skells can like turn into boats and drive in water now, which no, I wanted Skells to be in the game because I thought Xenoblade 3, I thought Mira, no, Ionios would be so much bigger than it actually is. So like, there's no way they're gonna make us just run across the entire world. The massive ass world is gonna be too slow. So they're gonna put Scales up in here. And they did not.
Because if you remember, it says its forces are mainly composed of combat vehicles and small mobile weapons operated by humans riding them. Skells are kind of like that. And it says if they're clothed in black and have, in air quotes, mech style, then they're Kevis. So we could possibly getting Skells back, or we might even be able to pilot our own face mechons, since mechon are in the game, as you can see
Which
right
would have
here
been
with this
badass.
one. And the other nation that Kevis is at war with is called Agnes. Agnes is a nation strong in ether, a magical technology. The forces are made up of units specialized in ether combat, and they fight with small, mobile, autonomous weapons. If they're clad in white and are proficient in ether combat, then they're Agnes. So, black, Kevis. White, Agnes. That clears up a lot and makes a lot of things easier to understand later on in the trailer. And going back and watching the trailer after knowing this makes everything makes so much more sense. So,
A little bit.
let's just keep going. Right here, we get a better look at our boy Noah. He seems to be wielding a sword that looks like to be a fusion or a mix between the Monado and Pyra's Aegisword.
Okay, which we now know, which you now know is called Lucky 7. Which we still don't know where the hell Lucky 7 came from. Or, well, I mean, Riku got it from some other Napon, I forgot his name. Riku got it from some Napon, his like master pawn or whatever. But how did he get it? Did he make it or did he find it? Like, what's the significance of Lucky 7? Why is it so strong? Like, what's the lore behind it? Where'd it come from? I don't think we still have any information on Lucky 7 at all, except for that Riku got it from his master pawn. So, I don't know. But yeah, it does look like a mix between the Monado and Pyra's Aegisword, which obviously I go on to explain in the video.
You can see it has the general shape and outline of the Monado, and it has like the little Monado wheel down here if you can see it.
That's the
Little
Ouroboros
Monado
wheel.
art wheel. And you can see like gold strips or clips on the side of the sword that look like they took inspiration from Pirate's Aegis sword. So this looks to be like a fusion or a mix of the Monado and an Aegis sword. That could be that what that is.
What would possess you to side?
Oh,
All right. And this here is Mio,
Mio!
our second protagonist.
Damn, bro. Goddamn. See, knowing, goddamn. Every time I see Mio, I just lose my shit. See, at the time, 8 months ago, me was ignorant. He didn't know anything about Mio, right? He didn't know the absolute immaculate beauty and just goddess status of Mio. Like, look at her, bro. Imagine if I was this hype about Mio back then. Holy shit. But yeah, Mio's the greatest. Mio's the fucking greatest. I'm over here popping off. Like, and then 8 months ago, me was so chill. Like, yes, this is Mio. She is our second officer. But now every time I see Mio, I just start freaking out and losing my shit. Oh my god. I fucking love Mio. She's the greatest. It's funny how I paused there just to rant about Mio without saying anything at all about the trailer analysis. I just geek every time I see Mio. It's just mandatory.
And she is clearly Gormati, as you can see by the ears. And she seems to be wielding the Twin Rings, same weapons that Nia wielded in Xenoblade 2. So she could be descended from Nia, or she could even possibly be Nia's daughter, since Nia is in the game.
Yeah, see, the theories on Mio and Nia were fucking insane. Everyone thought, oh my god, Mio's related to Nia, or she's her daughter, woo, because, you know, they're both Gormati flesh eaters. So, I mean, hey, even now, they're like more evidence to support that they are related, not so much mother and daughter, maybe, I don't know, but it still hasn't been like explicitly confirmed. But give me a minute so I can close these blinds so my laptop doesn't overheat. But yeah, I don't think it still hasn't even been confirmed, the relationship between Nia and Mio. But in my reaction to the trailer, because I uploaded that too, it was the video before this, I did a reaction to the trailer, and I thought Mio was Nia until we saw Nia, and then I realized Mio was Mio and not Nia, because Nia is Nia and Nia is not Mio. Have fun with that one.
And we can see her later on in the trailer, which we will get to. But she seems to be Nia's daughter, and you can see right here, it's kind of hard to see, but I think later on in the trailer we can also see it. Her core crystal is actually multicolored, so she could be either a flesh eater or a blade eater.
Not a blade eater.
So maybe there's cross.
Blade eaters don't have multicolored core crystals. Wait, see, I keep saying that, but then I think about it, I'm like, wait, no. They could have multicolored, because wasn't Menoth a blade eater? And his was multicolored. No. No, he was a flesh eater. Okay. Yeah, no, Mikhail was a blade eater. I don't know if he had multicolored, but Akos and Petroka were flesh eaters. But see, even now I still get confused, even though someone in the comments of one of my videos told me that some about blade eaters could have multicolored or they don't. I don't remember if they do or they don't. But whatever. She is a flesh eater. Because I'm pretty sure only flesh eaters can have multicolored core crystals, because blade eaters, they just take a chunk of the core crystal and like implant it somewhere, like Rex had with Numa's on his chest, Zeke on the left side of his chest. Malthus took half of Hayes's, which I still will never forgive him for. And yeah, Morag wanted to be a flesh eater or a blade eater, which would have been really cool to see. I thought Morag was gonna be a returning character for 3 because of maybe she decided to actually go through with becoming a flesh eater or a blade eater. But just, oh my god, it's insane to just go back and watch all my old videos from before Xenoblade 3 came out, and all like the speculation and theory videos, and just see how everyone thought at the time before like more trailers and then the game came out. God, it was so good. I miss those days, pre-Xenoblade 3 days.
Breeding between humans and blades, and there's like half human, half blade offspring in this game, which would mean blades could make.
Which, I mean, I kind of called that like breeding or like having kids basically would be like a thing in this game, and who the fuck knew? Like, that's actually true. There'd be like blade and human hybrids. Not hybrids, that sounds weird, that sounds bad, but you know what I mean. Offspring of blades and humans, which is exactly what happens because Noah and Mio have a fucking kid together. So I could have called this shit without even realizing it. What the hell? And now I'm just now realizing that. And see, that's why I'm going back and reacting to this, because shit, I'm out here realizing shit that I didn't before and I didn't now. So this shit is so, goddamn, I love being a content creator.
A return, and we might be able to play as blades. So Mio here looks to see, or seems to be, some type of flesh or blade eater. So blades and humans could be crossbreeding, which was kind of hinted at in Xenoblade 2, but not too much.
Side with them.
We're fighting because there are enemies to kill.
And if you pay attention to the dialogue, I'll go back so you can hear it.
Bro, oh my god, this dialogue. So y'all know the lines of the trailer, maybe, hopefully you'll hear them. But turns out all of these voice lines are from the side stories, from all the characters' side stories, and not from like at these certain points in the game. So like he says, what would possess you to side with them? He's talking to Chris. Why is he siding with Mobius? And then Mio's like, we're fighting because they're enemies to kill. She said that to somebody, but her and Noah weren't talking to each other. And then later on, Tyon's like, they're not your friends, they're just his fuel. That's when they were fighting Mobius at Colony 4. And then Lance is like, I refuse to believe you're him, which I went on a whole rant about. But he was talking about Garvel, I think. And Garvel was like possessed by Mobius. So he was like, oh, I refuse to believe you're him. Like, you are the evil person that I'm fighting. Something like that. Whatever. But all the voice lines are like Santa, like, I saw it, I knew this was coming, was during her side story. But all of these voice lines and everything in the trailer are from all the character side stories, which is like really cool to like know now and to go back and look at it, see like, damn, this whole time we thought everyone was talking to each other. And I went on a whole like 20-minute rant about Lance saying I refuse to believe you're him to Noah, like, oh, maybe Noah has like an evil doppelganger, and or Noah has some like rumors spread about him, and Lance was like, oh, I refuse to believe you're him, the person everyone's saying you're out to be, and or like you are your evil self, which again I kind of called that shit too, because Noah having like an evil doppelganger, like an evil self, literally, and evil Noah, like, bro, what? Oh my god, how did I know? See, I was such a prophet back then, kinda, not really. That's twice I caught some shit without even realizing it till just now. What the hell? Oh my. What? Okay, my dumbass accidentally stopped recording. But let's keep going.
Ionios. Tell me, what would possess you to side with them?
We're fighting because there are enemies to kill.
So, Noah is surprised or concerned that Mio is fighting for the opposite side.
See?
And she said,
And the whole video is like this, where I go and try to explain all the voice lines, like as they were happening in the moment. So, like the large majority of what I'm saying, especially about the voice lines, we all know is all cap now. We know it's all just not true because it's out of context, but for the way they made us believe that it was all happening like right here in the moment, like all into context, is fucking nice. Really nice.
says there are enemies to kill. I'm not quite sure what that means, but this could mean that Noah and Mio were on opposite sides at one point, and then they joined forces at some point in the story. And then this guy right here
Refuse to believe you're him.
comes in, and this looks to be Lance, who is another party member, and he comes in protecting Noah, saying, "I refuse to believe you're him." I'm not quite sure what that means, but this could tie into the dialogue that Noah and Mio had. Maybe there's some evil person in Ionia, and he looks like Noah, or it could be a clone of Noah to like maybe bash on Noah and like ruin his image. It could be some plot by some higher figure, and maybe Mio believes that Noah is this bad person, and then Lance is coming in to protect Noah, saying, "I refuse to believe you're him," could mean he refuses to believe that he's actually the evil person, so he protects him. And when Mio says they're enemies to kill, she could be talking about Noah.
Oh my god, bro. See, it's so weird seeing this now. I'm like coming back after playing the game and knowing everything and coming back to hear this and see me talk about this and so. Yeah, that's all that's all irrelevant, right? None of that has anything to do with anything because Mio was like, oh, we're fighting because there's enemies to kill. And she was talking about Mobius. And then I already talked about Lance, saying, oh, I refuse to believe you're him. He was talking to Garvel during his side story. Yeah, that shit is great.
Because she thinks he's the bad guy. So that could be a plot point. Not sure, but let's continue.
I knew it. I saw
Right here.
Ta-da.
She is a new character. I don't know her name as of right now, but if any of you find out her name, please let me know in the comments because I'd love to know. And I really like her blue hair. Her blue hair streaks. Those look really nice. And she seems to be wielding a shield hammer. And if you look at her arm right here, she seems to have like a blue streak,
Ether line.
kind of like blue vein type thing. And if you pay attention in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, blades, whenever they use their specials, they would light up with these like blue lines. So maybe she is a blade, and that's why she's wielding a shield hammer. And what I said earlier could be correct, that blades return and we could actually have playable blades.
Which, yeah, we do.
And that just would be dope. Like how Torna, we were able to play some of the blades, like a Geon.
Bro, just, oh my god, seeing my thought process way back then is just so nice because, like, how did I even, like, figure all this out? How did I even think all this? Oh, she's the blade, look at the ether line, all this, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's like, whoa. Sometimes I even surprise myself with, like, the shit I come up with and what I say. Because, like, I be surprising myself all the time. 'Cause sometimes I'll say shit without really thinking about it, and I'll just keep on going on and building on top of it. I'll just like blank out an autopilot. And then once I like realize what I said, I'm like, whoa, what the hell? I just said that? No shot. And I just like surprise myself sometimes.
Mithra, Minoth, Brigid, and all them. Haze.
Yeah, and for someone who's hype for the trailer, I was very chill and like quiet in this video. I don't know, maybe my roommate was here and I was trying to be quiet when he was sleeping. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I don't really sound too hype at all. But now in my videos I'll be like all over the place yelling and be like yelling and laughing, making all these weird ass noises and just being over the top. Cause bro, I'm just see like that. The fuck? I don't know why I do that shit. But yeah, I'm naturally just like a very calm and mellow, just like reserved person. But like when I get hype, I get hype. Okay, when I get hype, and it's just like I'll just get random bursts of hypeness. Like now, I'll just it's fucking weird, but it's fucking great too. So, goddamn,
You could have playable blades in Xenoblade 3. So that would be really dope.
Saw this coming.
And right here,
oh
I cannot
god, bro, no! Back then, when everyone was like, "Is this Zeke? Is this Van Damme?" The whole thing about Zeke or Van Damme. It was great, but I missed the pre-Xenoblade 3 days, and we just had a couple of trailers, and we were just speculating on everything. God, it was a great time. But yeah, now we know this is Guernica Van Damme.
The only person who thought this was Van Damme. He looks a lot like Van Damme. The hair is damn near identical. He's got the X on his face. He has the eye patch. Even hell, the clothes even look similar. So even though Van Damme died back in chapter 3 in Xenoblade 2, maybe technology is advanced enough to where they resurrected him, and this is...
Well, I mean, technically, you kind of can resurrect somebody. See, that's like 3 for 3 because I don't know if y'all played Ethel's side story yet, but we know when her and Kamaravi died against the fight with Mobius, and she was like a kid now. Because she got reborn, so she was like a kid in Colony Delta. Is there even an Omega? Yeah, Colony Omega, I think. So, well, okay. Before that, I'm still confused because there's a Colony Delta and Colony Omega. Kamaravi, I could have sworn he was from Omega, but in the art book it said he was from Delta. So I don't remember ever going to a Colony Delta. So, I mean, Omega is the one in Capricorn for Mio's side story. It doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. The colony we go to during Mio's side story, in Capricorn where you see Miyabi and Mobius Y, that colony has like this weird like regeneration pod. I don't know what it's called, but it's like a little machine where you can like basically fast forward and like speed up the growth of somebody, because everyone has 10 years to live. So say Ethel, I think she was in her 2nd term, I don't know, but they sped her all the way up to her 10th term. So yeah, that chamber thing is kind of like I guess you could look at it as a time machine, because you do just like jump ahead in years, but at least in your age or whatever, not like actual time. But yeah, so technically there's like regeneration pod things. You could like bring someone back. That's how Ethel got here. But bro, I don't know. That's like 3 for 3 that I called like shit that'd be in the game. I think having kids, this pod thing, and then shit, I forgot the 3rd one or the first one already. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. I said it somewhere in the video. In this one,
The old Van Damme
that one.
himself, or this just could be some descendant of Van Damme or somehow related to Van Damme. I don't know, but that'd be dope as shit if they resurrected Van Damme and this is him. That'd be incredible.
But you're not enemies now.
I'm not sure who the
And see, I thought this was like like a kid of Shulk and Fiora, which he still may be. We don't know, but that's Chris. We know now that's Chris, and he does absolutely nothing in the entire game. The whole story, he does absolutely nothing. All he does is like teach Noah his melody, and then we fight him as a Mobius in his side story, and that's really about it. He gets like no screen time, so I don't really know his purpose.
this is or what this whole scene is about, but you see they're playing that flute.
And that's a
which is
homecoming
a very
scene.
big and important theme of Xenoblade 3. Can't really say too much on this scene because I don't really know who this is or what's going on, but they seem to be playing that motif of Xenoblade 3.
Fine for you, isn't it? All that.
And here we get a better look at Noah
Oh, Mio.
and Mio playing their flutes, most likely also the motif of the game.
Time you've got.
You could try to move forwards again.
And here, this is a new character, and she's obviously a high Antia, as you can see by the wings on her head. This could be Iuni, who is another party member that we get. And this might be her. I don't know, but we see her later on in the
How did I
trailer.
not know?
I know for sure that is her. I don't know if this is her just in different clothes, but the hair looks similar and the wings on her head. But Hyantia are in this game, as a lot of people suspected, and this is one of them. This could be Iuni, it might not. I might be confusing
I'm over
that,
here
but
rolling my eyes
sure.
at my own self.
I will let you know who is Iuni later on in the trailer.
I'm so snapping little, do you?
They're not your friends
And
anymore.
then this guy right here, his name is Tyon,
Tyon!
and he is another,
The homie
member.
Tyon.
and we know now that he is from Agnes, as you can see by
We also know
white-
that he's a blade now.
the white theme he has going on.
Could
And
still
if
be
you
a blade
remember in
eater.
the tweet, it said their forces are made up of units specialized in ether combat, and they fight with small.
I also think it's funny how I managed to turn a 2-minute video into a 44-minute video. 2-minute trailer into a 44-minute analysis. I was all over the place. All right. And then even when I revised it, I did the revised version after this, that shit was still like 38 minutes. So it was almost as long, even though there wasn't as much to cover. I don't know why I do that. And then I think there's another one. Yeah, the Xenoblade 2 beta. I watched, and reacted to that video. That was like a couple minutes long. That video's like almost an hour. The video about Xenoblade 3 when there was like a French expo or Japanese expo in France showing off a lot of the new games. Not even that, but Xenoblade 3 got its own little section, and that was a couple minutes long, and that was like 57 minutes. I talk way more than I need to. All right. And I can already tell this video is going to be longer than my actual trailer analysis. 44 minutes. This video is going to be longer than that because all I do is talk. I always manage to take short videos and make them into like feature length.
Small mobile autonomous weapons. As you can see, these are small mobile autonomous weapons.
Which we now know is Mondo.
So we know for sure that Tyon is from Agnes. I'm not sure about the other characters, but we'll find out in weeks and months to come. And here we get a first peek.
Yes,
Like
this
actual
is what Dead Set gave it away to me, that this is Xenoblade. It's running around, seeing Noah run through Xenoplanes. like, oh yeah, that's Bionis leg. Cause look, it's got the little arc from Bionis leg. So like, this is a Xenoblade game. I mean, I wasn't wrong.
And the environments we get to explore. This reminds me of Bionis leg with the waterfalls and the cliffs and the overall
Watch, I'm about to mention it.
This looks a lot like Bionis leg.
Oh, wait, no, I don't.
So
that's in the revised
maybe
version.
we could be returning to Bionis, and we could have old areas from Xenoblade 1 and 2 coming over to Xenoblade 3, and we get to revisit those old areas along with new ones.
If only.
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean,
I'm
we
really
kind of
hoping
do.
that's the
See,
case.
that's like 4 for 4, I guess. We kind of get old areas that come back and we get to explore them. Araya, we got to see like the derelict Font Samaima. Donang Desert, does that count? That's a different area, just the same name. What else? Alchemoth, I guess, with the Kevis Castle. But I mean, Vault of Heroes from Xenoblade 2. Frontier Village. With Magtha, and a bunch of other places.
Because I would love to go back and see
Duram Isle from
areas from the first two
Leftheria?
games have changed due to influence of Kevis and Agnes and just over time. But this is just one of the areas.
Sword March. The land.
Here, this also
the
looks
Fallen
to
Arm
see
too.
to be like that Bionis type of Bionis area. But
Yes. Okay. Now we know this is Raybell Tableland, at least like way over here, and then down here, the deserty area. That's Aegis Wilderness. I'm over here telling you all this like y'all don't know, but you know I'm reacting to my shit. All right, let me react to it.
as you can see, it has like Macanis
But
structure.
yeah, now we know this is the Fallen
architecture
Arm,
here.
distant fingertip to be
Some
exact.
Macanis.
And Colony 4 would be
Have
like
architectural
right
inspiration.
here.
So that could be what
Yes,
that
by
is.
like
great
right
sword.
Here, this could be the top of Uriah.
No, that's
Considering in Xenoblade 2, we never
Milik
actually
Meadow.
were able to explore the outside of Uriah. We were only able to
I don't know
ever
why I
be
thought that was
inside of it.
Araya. It's clearly Gourmand.
So this could be the top of Uriah.
It's not even Gourmand, but you
considering
know, that's like
the Great Macanis sword
Gourmand is here
is right
in
here.
Milik Meadows. Y'all know what the hell I mean.
If you remember in that visual piece that we'll see later on at the end of this trailer, Takahashi was talking about, it shows the Great Macanis sword next to the body of the Uriah Titan. So this could be the top of Uriah considering the Macanis sword is right here. So that's really interesting. Here we can see a deserty type of area, and we can see Mew right here. But before anything, these trees, the leaves look like flames and fire. That just looks really cool. But right here,
Mentioned it in the revised version, but I've said this so many times that a lot of y'all are just sick of it. But a lot of you who are watching this video right now are new viewers that weren't here when I made this trailer analysis. But yeah, these remind me of Torna's wings, like Torna's very orange wings. It looks damn near exactly like these leaves. So that was something cool.
it seems to be like a mechanical Macanis finger. I don't know if this is just cliffs and it's just coincidence and shaped weird.
I'm so
This
dumb.
looks
How
to
did
be
I
like
not
a
know?
joint right here. And this is a finger of the Macanis because it's the size of it. It looks like a Macanis finger. So maybe this is a fallen arm or another area on the destroyed Macanis at the end of Xenoblade 1.
I just thought about something. Will I get copyright claimed for my own video? Does that work like that? Can I get claimed for watching my own video? I don't know. Cause how does that work? I mean, don't you have to wait, do you have to be monetized in order to like issue copyright claims? I don't know. But if I did get copyright claimed by myself, if I disputed that, I'd have to take myself to court and fight myself. So regardless of either if I win or lose, I don't really lose because I'll also be winning. So what the shit? It's a weird Inception type shit. So like, could I get copyright claimed from my own video? Does YouTube like know? Like it's I don't know. This shit is weird. It has nothing to do with the video, but I just thinking it's kind of funny.
One. But at the end of Xenoblade 1, Shulk recreated the universe. Well, not really the universe. At least the Xenoblade 1 universe. And there's just giant landmass. So the Mechanis and Bionis were gone. But hey, maybe they're still here. And this could be the Fallen Arm or some kind of Mechanis object. Here, this looks to be Kevis technology.
Colony 4.
Kevis mech technology. And this could be lands actually right here. So I don't know if this is a super boss or an area to explore.
Super boss.
But it seems that Xenoblade 3 is taking a lot more mech inspiration. There's a lot more mech technology throughout the game compared to Xenoblade 1 and 2. And like it looks like it's taking a lot of inspiration from X. And as we'll see throughout the trailer, Xenoblade 3 seems to be taking a lot of inspiration and themes from the greater Xeno series. So a lot of stuff from Xenogears, Xenosaga,
Well, I mean,
Xenoblade 1,
kinda,
and
not
X.
really.
It seems to be putting out like the entire Xeno series all into one game, which is really nice.
Okay, in terms of like Xenosaga, like I already made videos about how like 3 connects back to Gears and Saga. I made a whole video about how Xenoblade 3 is episode 6 of Perfect Works. But in terms of like Xenosaga, I guess with like now we know Z and Mobius are like amalgamate, not the what's the word I'm looking for? The embodiment, I guess, of the collective unconscious and the fear of, you know, leaving the endless now and the fear of change. So literally the collective unconscious is in the game, and Z and I guess the other Mobius are basically Gnosis, because in Xenoblade or Xenosaga, whenever someone dies and their soul rejects joining the collective unconscious, they become a Gnosis. So all the Mobius could just be Gnosis, and at least the ones that were already Mobius and not humans that became Mobius, like Shania and all them, but like who were already Mobius from the start, like Z. Yeah, they could all be Gnosis, and Z is just like the one big overall encompassing Gnosis, which I don't even think there is in Xenosaga, unless you count the cathedral ship. I guess he would be the equivalent of the cathedral ship, maybe. I don't fucking know. I haven't finished Xenosaga yet. I only beat 1. I'm playing through 2 right now. But yeah, which I will continue. Okay, I will continue Xenosaga. I'll beat it the whole series one day. It takes like 2 years from now. It takes 2 years from now. All right, I'll eventually get to, you know, finishing all of Xenosaga. Shit, for all we know, Xenosaga 4 or an HD trilogy remaster may be announced by the time I finish 3. Who knows? But hey, we'll get there eventually. Shit.
And shit, maybe this will give us a little backstory on Perfect Works. Considering Xenosaga and even Xenogears are supposed to be 6 games, and Xenogears is only the 5th in the timeline of the 6 games, so this could fit somewhere in between episode 1 and 4 of the timeline.
No, it's 6.
But yeah, it seems to be taking a lot of inspiration from the previous games, and not just Xenoblade 1 and 2. And then here, this area is interesting.
Pierced by a great sword.
Right here, this seems
Okay, completely unrelated, but I still think Senna has the best running animation of the entire party. I really do like Senna's running. I know that's a weird thing to say and point out, but maybe some of y'all didn't even notice, but each character has their own different running animation, and I like Senna's the most. I don't know why, but I already made a video on this about Jin and Tyon have the same running animation, and then Laura and Senna and kinda Pyra all have the same running animation. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know why, but Senna's I just like the most. And Lance's I like the least. I don't know, he just looks clunky when he runs. But yeah, Senna's I like Senna's running animation the most. But however, this area, I think that could just be 5 for 5 because in the video I said, oh, this could be the Kevis capital, and this is like the main city, which yeah, because this is where Kevis Castle is at. It's on the other side. But yeah, this is literally like Kevis Castle, the city outside of Kevis Castle. So basically the capital. So I called that shit too. Like 5 for 5, bro. I'm going 5 for 5 out here. I'm calling all this shit off of this one trailer, and we don't even know anything. I'm a prophet.
Seems to be some type of capital city, some mechanical city, and it's got like dark.
See, and I also remember that this was like my most anticipated area. This in the Great Cote Falls, I wanted to explore the most out of any area because I just love exploring like big cities in games. I don't know why, but it's just like very satisfying. And then we did get a city, like an actual city later on, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I always like exploring just big cities in games. I'm trying to like think of some examples, but I can't really. I mean, I guess New Donk City in Odyssey was fun to explore around in. For the longest, that was my favorite kingdom, but I think Seaside is my new favorite kingdom. But yeah, I just love exploring cities in games for whatever reason. So I thought outside of Kevis Castle, this would be like one big elaborate city that we get to explore. So I mean, yeah, this is really all there is, and then it goes off to the left and right, and that's kind of the end. It's just this big plaza. But even still, it was this game's great.
Atmosphere to it. So this could be the main capital of Kevis, maybe. And we can see that blue-haired girl here again from earlier that was wielding the shield hammer. So assuming that she is a blade, blades are playable in Xenoblade 3 and they play a role in the story. And this could just be the capital of Kevis, like the main Kevis capital. And here we can see some Agnes technology because it's white.
Now we know that is the colony Lambda Furanis, and we can actually see colony Lambda down here. But yeah, this is Great Cote Falls, which was like my most anticipated area to explore. And also, Great Cote Falls is kind of based off Noctilum in Xenoblade X, because there's a very, very similar like waterfall area in Noctilum that looks almost exactly like this. So that could be what Great Cote Falls is based on. But yeah, it's also in Pentelis region.
White. And here looks to be a uni. It looks like her with her black and green.
Yes, that's Uni.
And the wings on her head. But the areas, the environments look beautiful. It seems like Monolith has been able to go harder on these environments and make them bigger and more detailed compared to Xenoblade 2. Per se, I don't know if that has anything to do with the Switch OLED coming out. I don't know if the Switch OLED has.
I don't even know why I said all that. It was basically just saying, Switch
hardware,
OLED could have stronger hardware.
The release Switch,
which makes absolutely no sense at all if you think about it for even a second.
Incredible.
I don't know, bro. I don't know why I even thought beautiful. That. I can't even tell you.
Giant Agnes mech right here. I don't know if that could be a boss fight, like a super boss, or if we get to explore it, hell, even pilot it. I'm just so excited for this game. And here we can see
that's quality gamma
in this hazy Agnes area. This looks to be another type of Agnes technology. This could be some type of mech, but it looks like a gate leading into maybe the main capital of Agnes. And this could be the capital of Agnes. So, and we see Tyon is from Agnes, so could have been born here. This is where he lives. This is obviously where he's from, considering.
It's not where he's from, by the way.
So,
he's from Lambda, I'm pretty
and here
sure.
we see Mio balancing.
Yes, okay, this area like confused the shit out of me. It's like, okay, why are there all these floating cliffs everywhere? But now we know this is the Sierra floating reefs, and then this big ass thing is the Kevis Castle, which I tried for the longest to figure out what the hell that shit was.
Tightrope between. There's all these floating islands everywhere, high up in the sky, and this right here is Kevis technology, again with the black. It's black, it's Kevis, white, then Agnes. So this could be Kevis. Well, this is Kevis technology. I don't know if this is a mech, if this is like some kind of giant floating city in the sky type thing, or just could be a generator. Who knows?
I mean, I guess it's a giant floating city in the sky, because Alchemoth is the capital of, I mean, Earthsea at least. But Alchemoth is a city, kind of, maybe, if you stretch it. So 6 for 6 question mark.
This is Kevis technology, and you can go way, way high up in the sky, past the clouds. This seems to be some kind of Magna Forest type area. It's very forested, a lot of vegetation.
I think that's actually the Cadencia region right outside of Sword March. I think that's what it is. But like, it's not tinted green enough, so I don't remember. I think that might be. Or no, that's Mactha. What am I talking about? See, even now I get shit wrong. But yeah, that's Mactha. That's not Cadencia.
We can see Noah here. Back here, can barely see Mio. This seems to be that blue-haired Blade.
I just call her blue-haired Blade girl.
There's
goddamn, that's hard to say. Blue-haired Blade girl. Blue-haired Blade girl. Blue-haired Blade girl. Blue-haired Blade girl. Whatever.
6 party members, but right now, as far as I know, we only have the names of 5.
And you gotta put the ED at the end of it. Blue-haired Blade girl, not just blue-hair Blade girl. That one's easy. Blue-haired Blade girl. Blue-haired Blade girl. Like, why am I doing this?
5. We have Noah, Mio, Uni, Lance, and Tyon. That's only 5. So there's one more party member that we haven't really seen yet.
Set up right there.
And that could be this blue-haired Blade. And they haven't said anything about her because she plays a major role in the game. And to reveal
the speculation was wild. Like, oh, we don't know the name of this character yet, and maybe they're keeping her name a secret because she plays some big major role in the story. Which, no, but yes, she does play a major role in the story. All the party members do, but not as big as, I thought she'd have a bigger role than everyone else. When, if you think about it, Mio kind of has the biggest role out of everyone, even more than Noah, a little bit. Because, the whole homecoming and her switching with M and everything. The story, all the characters play their role. They all get their own side stories. And with Ouroboros, and they all play a major role. But I feel like Mio has a bigger role more than anyone. Which, we out here because Mio stays winning. Mio stays winning. All right, Mio sweep. We out here. But, yeah, that's Senna. That's Senna.
Blades are coming back, and I'm sticking to that she is a Blade, because
you can also see her core crystal if you squint hard enough.
There's no reason to not think she's a Blade, so I'm going to stick to that until I'm proven wrong. But she could be the 6th party member that we haven't heard about yet, and they'll reveal that she's a Blade later on in the game somewhere. And right here, this seems to be some type of Lefthyria.
That's Earthsea.
Type of area.
Or shit. Erythia Sea, yeah.
And
the Cadencia region.
Look really nice. You see these blue, beautiful looking.
Those are Tau.
Pterosaur type things. And then whatever this is.
Garbus.
These enemies, this looks like to be a super boss. These enemies,
Bro, imagine. Remember back then when I thought the Darvis were super bosses because that looks like a super boss, and now we know those are just regular enemies. What the shit? That's scary, bro. That's some Xenoblade X type shit.
remind me
Where
a lot
sizes
of
matter.
Xenoblade X Titans, and just enemies themselves. Not Titans, but Tyrants. Xenoblade X Tyrants. It looks like they're taking a lot of inspiration from X, and this looks to be like an X-inspired Tyrant.
Imagine if Milosaurs were in this game.
This could be a Tyrant or just some regular enemy. And if it's a regular enemy, I'd be absolutely horrified to see what a Tyrant looks like. And here,
Tyrant, unique monster. I just kind of use them as synonyms. Whenever I say tyrant, I'm referring to unique monsters, but tyrants sound cooler, so I just call them that now. Thanks, Xenoblade X.
this looks like to be an Aerith Sea type area.
7 for 7.
Because obviously there's an ocean here. And we can see Mio, Iuni, Tyon, and Noah here. And this enemy right here looks really cool. I like the design, the blue fitting into the white. Just the whole design is really cool. Here, before I get to this part, this looks to also be the Air Sea type area. I didn't actually see this before, but right here seems to be some type of serpent enemy. So this could be a serpent tyrant. And right here looks to be like the teleporters that brings you up to Alchemoth. So this could be the left shoulder, the Bionis left shoulder. I doubt it, but maybe Alchemoth is still in the game, and maybe Alchemoth is the capital of Agnes, of the Agnes Nation.
What the hell? Why would Alchemoth be the capital of Agnes? Why did I even think that? What? See, this is how ignorant and dumb I was. And I'm still ignorant and dumb, but not as much as that. Because why the hell would Alchemoth be the capital of Agnes? Alchemoth has nothing to do with Xenoblade 2. It'd be the capital of Kevis, which it is. So, I mean, I guess I was right in the capital part. So that's like 7 for 8. No, but yeah, I don't know why the hell I thought Alchemoth would be the capital of Agnes.
Like, that's a wild assumption, but imagine that was true, and that explains why Hyentia are here. But right here, this looks like to be a boat or a ship of some kind. I want it to be a skull. It looks like a skull, and skulls could be returning. And this looks to be some type of skull in like a boat form, but it has the general design and coloration and just the feel, the aura of a skull. So this could actually be a skull that we can pilot.
No, it's not.
Life is lost.
And
Not
here,
Trunks either.
let me get a better shot of this.
Defeat the real enemy.
We now know the real enemy is
It
Mobius.
seems to be that Kevis mech that I was talking about earlier.
That's
This could be
Colony 4
Super
for
Boss.
honest.
We could pilot this. Could just be a little area to explore and climb on. Not quite sure, but this is for sure Kevis technology because of the black. And it seems like Kevis technology seems to have the blue highlight and accent to it. So this is for sure
Well, Agnes had
Kevis technology.
Ever life is lost. I won't let
Here we see Mio
you solve it all alone.
and Tyon
What good
again.
filling up these flickering clocks in
Here,
Hey,
these are two Napon.
Riku
Napon in
and
the game.
Banana.
Starting off with her, over here,
Bro, I fucking love Manana. All right, she's my favorite Napon, which is, no one's favorite Napon is Manana, but I love her. All right, she deserves some love and attention too. She's a great Napon. She can cook. She's adorable. I like her voice. I guess, is that weird? I don't know, but yeah, but look at her. She has just like a nice design. Her hair is all like messy, like wavy. I like the hair, the outfit. She's from Agnes, so obviously, of course, Xenoblade 2 sweep. Um, yeah, and I like her little jumping animation. When she like gets all excited, she'll like hop around. I like that. She's just great, bro. Banana's the greatest Napon.
Hairstyle kind of looks like Ricky's messy curls, so she could be a descendant or a daughter, just a descendant related to any way to Ricky, or hell, maybe even
Again, why would she be related to Ricky if she's from Agnes? I really didn't think about anything, bro. I really didn't think shit through back then, and I still don't. But still, just like, why? Why would that be the case?
Torna, but she's
And then I said Riku would be related to Rex. First of all, what Napon did Rex fuck? All right. Second, he's from Kevis, so he had nothing. He would have nothing to do with anything from Xenoblade 2. Like, I did not think at all.
got the coloration of Ricky, the hair of Ricky, so she could be related to Ricky. And this blue Napon over here, he seems to have some type of weapons on his back, but he looks to have Rex's hair. He looks like he just has a wig of Rex's hair, and it's great. So I don't know if Rex has anything to do with that Napon, but he kind of looks like it.
All right. It'll never replace.
Here, this is Iuni, best girl in.
Oh my god, bro. I was hoping no one would notice that. Fucking during the first trailer, I'm over here saying, "Oh, Uni's best girl," and you know I liked Uni. Why did I say that? How people are gonna come out and be like, "Oh, you fake Mio fan, like Uni." No, I do like Mio a lot more. Uni, I don't like her as much as I used to. I don't really like her at all now, but I'm not elaborating. But yeah, I don't know why, but like at the time I was like, oh, Uni best girl, whatever. I don't even know why I thought that or why I, felt that way. But yeah, but now we know Mio has always been the best girl, easily.
Xenoblade 3 already. I don't care. I've already claimed her.
God, bro, I'm so cringe. I already claimed her. Head ass.
It's over. This is the Uni. She's a Hyantia. She is another party member. This is for sure a Uni. And it kind of reminds me of Shion a little bit.
Does kind of look like
So,
Shion.
I could have taken inspiration from Shion.
Because the hair.
Uni.
I don't know.
The friendship rock. The same.
Here we see some more Agnes technology. There seems to be some giant Agnes tech,
Any lambda for
which
honors.
or Agnes mech, which could be an important part of the story. And again, we see Mio wielding the twin rings, and Noah with this Monado Aegis hybrid.
Oh, it has to go.
Oh, Belly!
Right here.
Belly!
At first, I thought this was Melia.
Bro, my dumbass
And
thought this was
actually, looking
Tyrea.
at the
I
hair,
can't even.
The swirling hair. This could be Melia. I doubt it though. This could most likely be Tyrea, considering Tyrea didn't really have much character development or her own arc. She didn't really have much of her story closed out. She got a little bit of something with Gaelgar in Future Connected, but that's about it. And her little reconciliation with Melia at the end of Future Connected. But other than that, Tyrea didn't really have much a story. She didn't get much love from the developers. So I hope this is Tyrea and she gets her full like story arc and it gets wrapped up in this game. Because I really like Tyrea as a character and she didn't get much love. So hopefully this is Tyrea.
They must be
Right
erased
here.
with us.
This is Nia. This is Nia right here. Nia is my second favorite character in all of Xenoblade. Maybe all of Xeno, but for sure all of Xenoblade.
I don't know if the
Looking
mic
at the
picked up
hair,
that call,
the swirling hair.
but
This could be Melia.
hopefully y'all didn't hear anything.
Doubt it,
But
though.
if
This
y'all did,
could
oh well.
most likely
Too late
be
now.
Tyrea,
It's already in the
considering
video.
Tyrea didn't really have much.
But yeah, I don't know
character
why I thought
development
this was
or
fucking
her
Tyrea.
own arc. She didn't really have
Clearly,
much
why
her
would
story closed
Tyrea?
out.
No,
She got a little bit
I'm
of something.
still mad Tyrea is not in the game.
Galegar in
But
Future
obviously, that's
Connected,
not Tyrea.
but
That's Melly.
That's about it.
Right?
and a
Queen
little
Melly.
reconciliation with Melly at the end of
It's
Future Connected.
very obvious that's
But other than that,
Melly.
Tyrea didn't really have much
because of the hair.
a story. She didn't get
I mean,
much. love
Tyrea
from
also had
developers.
small wings, but that's
So I hope this is
clearly
Tyrea
Melly.
and she gets her full
I just wanted
story
so
arc
bad for Tyrea
and
to be
gets
in the game,
wrapped
and
up
she
in the
just
game,
wasn't.
because I really like Tyrea as a character, and she didn't get much love. So hopefully this is Tyrea
They must be
right
erased.
here.
Oh,
This is Nia.
Yeah, see,
This
that's how
is
the popping
Nia right
off here.
Nia is my second favorite character in all of Xenoblade. Maybe
That's cap. She got bumped up to third favorite character in all of Xenoblade because Mio exists now. So it's Jid, Mio, then Nia. But yeah, oh shit, I still love Nia. I still like Nia a whole lot. Alright, I still love Nia to death. But like, I just like Mio a lot more.
all of Xeno, but for sure all of Xenoblade. I love Nia. Everything about her personality, her voice actor is incredible, her design, everything about Nia. I love Nia. And this is for sure Nia. We see her core crystal right here, as she is flesh eater. And this seems to take inspiration, or like a mix of both her driver form and blade form.
8 for 8 because, well, I mean, you can't really tell just from her dress, but she is like a mix between her driver and blade form and in her like actual fit. So bro, I went 8 for 8 in this shit and I didn't even realize what we out here.
In her driver form, she wears her little yellow suit, and this seems to be the hood from it. And the coloration of the white and red, and you see these little covers on her ears are from her blade form. So this could be blade form Nia.
I think this could be like it's not
I'm not
obvious.
sure. I mean, I don't see why not, but this is no doubt definitely for sure.
Oh, imagine